Hey, how are you? This is Dave Franke here, and I'm fund manager of Capstone Capital. We're a national note buying firm. I'm also the organizer of Note Investors Forum meetup here in Phoenix, which is geared strictly to the note world, if you will. So at Capstone, we specialize in several niche markets. We buy, we sell seller finance notes. We also help investors deal architect seller finance transactions, for instance, a flipper or a rehabber. If they want to get out of a deal or they find the subject to a wrap, we help in that scenario. And thirdly, we work with home sellers where they actually want to do a seller carry. We work with them to build that transaction to the point where if they choose to sell that note later, they can. It's done properly. It minimizes the discount, so it's a win-win for everybody. I've been in real estate for a long time. Started in Cincinnati back in Jiminy Christmas in 1978. Moved to Portland, Maine in 1983, and then I've been in Phoenix since 1997. And the third rental that I bought in Cincinnati was a seller carry, and I went on to own eventually 10 doors there. But my point is that I started with seller carry, and I began my real estate developing career in Scarborough, Maine, which is a suburb of Portland, in 1983. And with that, I bought 23 acres with seller financing and evolved to a 16-lot subdivision. So seller carry's kind of been in my blood, and the last lot there in that subdivision I sold was seller carry. So with that, I went on to develop several other real estate developments, worked with several developers as a broker. I was an agent there, so I was a really, really active agent. My point in all this is I've been around this game for a while. I've seen a lot, I've done a lot, I've had some failures, but it's all been good. So since moving to Phoenix in 1997, I've rehabbed and flipped several houses, actually more than several, and eventually moved back into developing and building business from 2002 to 2007 until the crash. So in that window of time, I put up maybe 50 houses, it's okay. But with the meltdown, I had to reinvent myself, and I moved into REO brokerage. I sold 900 properties, a lot of them with Fannie Mae. As part of being with Fannie Mae, I developed a marketing video, if you will, which included me standing on top of the mountain, and the asset manager, Heather Stern, said, we really like you. But with that, it was showing that I would do whatever I want to. So hiking became my passion. I've been around all over Arizona, have a supai, as you can see, and I'm still hiking now, even at my age. So it's been my passion. It's what I do in my recreation, but it's also indicative of my lifestyle. I love that. So in essence, what I'm saying is I'm following the trends in the marketplace. The cheese is always moving. You have to be flexible. You got to go where, in fact, the cash flow is and what works within the marketplace. So this is not my first rodeo. At Capstone, as I said, we buy, we sell performing notes, non-performing notes. We focus on the performing notes, the partials and that type of thing. But we've also worked through, like I said, through the non-performing notes, and they all have their place. It just depends upon where your comfort zone is. So also, as part of the seller carry, the seller financing, I got approved by the Arizona Department of Real Estate to teach a seller finance course to agents. And I did that for about a year and a half. It was a good experience. I learned a lot interacting with the folks. And then with that evolved into the Note Investor Forum, the same format, except working with investors, teaching them the art of seller financing and buying seller finance notes. So now my goal is to educate investors, show them what the deal is, and of course if they choose, they can buy from me or not. So in the future, in this video series, we're going to be providing a series of educational YouTube videos on the art of buying notes, performing, non-performing, whatever it might be. Hopefully you'll learn a lot. I know I'm going to have fun sharing it, and there's going to be some free stuff coming along, and I look forward to seeing you on the ride.